This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And Ndamukong Suh forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn.
Really?
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A nice pick up there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. The bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Dominique Easley coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this is Central Florida's Tre'Quan Smith, his first NFL catch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Came out of the power set. That only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Throwing on third. Gone. He's going to go for a big play now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Looking for Woods that time.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Again, this is Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go for a yard, and it'll be second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure that you were...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Teddy Bridgewater, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And he's got it up and through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. He stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Here's Goff now on second down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they stop with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Goff. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He'll get it up the middle, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. Now Goff.
Let me fix it. Come on. Come on. You're afraid.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Where's the user on count?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Escaping the pressure right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Turned that into a positive gain. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Goff on first down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 50, it's gone. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. From the gun, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they didn't get him down. Coming left is Camaro. And tough going there as he getting up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into the
I know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. From the gun on third down, gone. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double cover, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? Maybe we'll hear about that from him soon.
On second down, here's Goff. Flushed out right. They'll get this one to Cup complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Sheds off the tackle. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Rams add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I'm going to tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to...
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Mark Barron in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Take it in at the 22. Cooks flashing the footwork. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Gone. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Play action now. Bridgewater. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll put him at 190 receiving yards now. He's putting on a show. He also has a 1st down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And that play,
I think he's lucky. That should have gone great.
Back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Gone. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater throwing the out route incomplete. That's Watson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Bridgewater on first down. Forced out to his left. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And they bring him around just shy of midfield. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Bridgewater again. And this is going to be incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Desperation time. 4th down, Bridgewater. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Throwing now, Goff. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Ginn. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold it for a short game.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a goal. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
A road win in the National Football.